Hi everyone, Grace Ambrook here. So in relationship to the energy dimension pillar today, I wanted to talk about the how-tos and how just focusing on the how-to doesn't really result in the results that you're looking for, and why that is and what to do about it. So many of us think that if we get the hows right, so again, this comes down to the overthinking our energy. So refer to that video if you haven't watched that as well. But if we're totally focused on just the how to and expect that to guarantee progress and expect that to guarantee an outcome, then we're really doing ourselves a very big disservice, because when you just function in the how-to, the whatever you produce and however you show up does not actually have your particular spark, your particular sparkle. It's you'd find that there's a certain rigidity in that, because you're following this particular formula that is not necessarily resonant with your particular style, your particular passion, your particular way of engaging with people. And so the how-tos just don't do it on their own. There is this requirement to bring your unique magic to what you are doing. And when you do that, when you bring the truth of who you actually are and apply it to different things, then the right hows actually really appear quite quickly. So they become like they're organic, like it's a no-brainer that because of this and because of this and because of this, different aspects of who you are, then it would be good for you to be on video, or it would be good to you to hold large events, or it would be better for you to hold small events. Because you know that you're the introvert, for example. Well, introverts go around reaching out in a completely different style to extroverts, and neither of them are right or wrong. But the how-tos, if an introvert tries to do it the extrovert way, it's never going to happen. Like, oh my God, because the essence of the introvert won't be present while she's trying to fit into a system that's all about being the extrovert. So as you understand the truth of who you are, then the right hows actually appear for you, because you're saying to yourself and to the universe, this is the truth of who I am. And then the universe can match you. But if you're ignoring the truth of who you are, the universe is saying, well, I've got all of this for you, but you're saying, oh no, I need to be more extrovert. And the universe is saying, oh, you're an introvert, we can do it this way. And it's like there is no connection to that. Can you feel how it just like, woof, woof? You won't read the signs and signals. You won't see the opportunity. It won't show up in your Facebook feed. So that the hows on their own are only part, or the how-tos are only part of what you require. And the much bigger energy, the energy dimension that you bring to the how-tos, is what really translates and transforms that into the results that you're looking for. So it's really actually like if you're battling with the hows as well, then you know that they're not really truly aligned to your organic way of contributing and finding and reaching out to other people. So there tends to be a lot of hardship and resistance to somebody else's how, and trying to make somebody else's how work for them. So, a friend of mine recently published a book with 14 or 13 other women, and she was challenged quite a few times in some of the marketing things that the group were being asked to do. And so she chose to do those things that felt organically attuned to who she was. And when she did those, she got really, really good feedback. Once or twice, she tried the other things that she should be doing in order to achieve certain listings on Amazon and all those sorts of things. And it was like, oh my God, whatever she did, and this was putting some things on Facebook, she took them down. And because they had no vibe to them, they weren't genuine, they weren't authentic, they weren't attractive, So the more that you know yourself, the more that you know, well, this is actually how I can show up. This feels like a way that reflects the truth of who I am. And that will be like, people go, oh, that's cool. Oh, that feels really nice. Let's go there. Let's do that. Let's interact with you. So one of the ways that in some of the programs and the deeper offerings that I work with people with, is we use this process called As the Woman. Now, it's not affirmations. It's not the attraction, the attractor factor, as I call it. It has that energy in it, but it's not trying to attract things to you. That's what I'm saying. And it's actually an embodiment, because it's embodying, as the woman, as you embody the truth of who you are going to make better choices and decisions, and the how-tos show up. So, but sometimes, we get lost because there's a whole lot of stuff telling us who we should be, who we shouldn't be, etc., etc. So I incorporate, and I'm going to share with you some basic overview of As the Woman principle that I do deeper work with. But what I suggest the women, and I do it myself, and I do it before I present videos, as the woman who has a deep, loving, infinite connection to all that is, and total paradigm shifts, as that woman, how do I show up on a video? As the woman who loves actually being on camera, as that woman, how do I show up? So I want to define, this is not affirming the truth of who you are. It's not like I want to be, I am. It's not even I am. The I am work is very powerful. I'm not dismissing it. But what I find about using the As the Woman, it actually triggers energy pathways within you that facilitate aligned action. Because it's like, I know I'm that woman. Like, I don't care what anybody says or thinks, or what they judge me as or don't judge me as, or think I am or think I'm not. As this woman, this is what my world looks like. I'll share this hilarious story with you. I was playing with this some years ago, and I was having interesting experience around being supported and not feeling supported and all those things. And so I went, okay, so as the woman who is infinitely supported, as the woman who has people around her who just love what I do, as that woman, how do I show up today? And I was, as I said, I was playing, I was investigating, and I needed to go to Bunnings. And I now know this is a ridiculous kind of example, but just come with me here. But, as the woman who is infinitely supported, who, whenever she has a requirement, assistance appears. And I've been affirming that all day. As this woman, how do I show up? And I've been having a really good day. Needed to go to Bunnings to pick up some things that were actually quite heavy. So I drive to Bunnings. As I walk in, how they have the meet and greet people there, like the smile, it was actually a guy and a girl, the smiles that came out of these beautiful beings, because I'm the woman who's being totally supported here. It's like a huge smile, a genuine reflection of who they are. Are you right? Is there anything we can direct you to? As I walked in, thank you very much. No, I know where it is I'm going. So I get the trolley and I'm going to the aisle, and I am in this energy because I have been embodying as this woman. This is how I show up. This is what I know, and so not what I think. This is actually what I know, because the universe is always working for us. So therefore, if the universe is always working for us, I am the woman who is, as the woman who is always supported. So I get into the aisle, and there's these big things, and literally a guy walks up and he said, would you like a hand putting that in the trolley? I said, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. So he puts the two things in the trolley. Off I go. Fantastic. Beautiful. Totally supported. How easy was that? check out. I am heading with the trolley to my car. And as I am heading to the car, literally from 2 aisles over, this guy starts running towards me and says, "Can I give you a hand to put that in the car?" Now, it's because the energy field that I was creating, because as the woman who is infinitely supported, has all the resources around her, has all the assistance she requires to live a life of ease, as this woman. So my energy is running at that field. So that is at that frequency. So that is my experience. Now, I know it's a silly example, but it was so, so crystal clear. And it is by doing this process that I'm going to share a couple of suggestions with you, because we're not working personally together, though I'd love to. But you can start to feel the power of this. I'm sounding like a broken record. It is not affirmations, and it is not attracting something to you. It is embodying the truth of who you are, because as I've been talking about, we are infinite beings. We are the universe, and everything is happening for us, not to us. And in that way, all of the support that I require is absolutely there. So as this woman who is fully supported, so I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions to play with, because clearly as the woman, the components there can become, quite personal for you, depending on your previous wounding patterns, and the illusions, delusions, and conclusions that you're living with that are completely limiting the expression of the truth of who you are. So we can, as the woman statements or declarations, that can be more personal, but you can have a play with this. I mean, you're getting the kind of the feel here of what I'm saying. So, with this particular presentation, knowing that there are people watching here who are working within creating a business for themselves or a life for themselves that actually works for you, like, hello, there are a couple of general as the woman embodiments that will actually support you to be that. So it's not doing it, it's actually being it. Yeah. And it's so much fun to actually play with this and just watch what happens in your world, because I can tell you it transforms your whole experience. And you can play with it with fun, like Bunnings, and you can play with it more specifically, into your businesses or into your relationships, because you can actually also use it in terms of relationship, how you show up. Because what this does as the woman, it's like you showing up. This is what it shifts. How do you show up? Do you show up thinking, oh, it's going to be a failure, it'll be too hard, blah, blah, blah? Or do you show up as the woman who creates amazing opportunities to actually improve your health, improve your wealth, as the woman who inspires others to do that? How do I show up here? Yeah. Very differently from the woman goes, oh, I'm not sure that everybody's going to come, and I'm not sure that I'm talking to the right people. Like, seriously, totally different energy. Can you feel that? I hope so. So I want to share this screen with you. So here are some suggestions to play with for as the woman. So as the woman who actively catalyzes my passion, the truth of who I am, as that woman. So just feel into it, like receive the energy as the woman who actively catalyzes the truth of who I am, actually catalyzes my passion. Whatever you know about it, don't use a cop-out like, oh, I don't know the truth of who I am. Oh, I'm not sure what my passion is. Like, don't go there, ladies. Like, step into, as the woman who actually does catalyze my passion, as the woman who does actually know the truth of who I am, actually catalyzes that, as that woman, how do I show up to this opportunity? Because your whole energy field is going to open massively as the woman who actively is embodying that I actively catalyze my passion, the truth of who I am. You don't go to the I don't knows. You actually in the, like, I do know that. I am taking steps in my life to change things. And if you're taking steps in your life to change things, then you're a woman who's actively catalyzing the truth of who you are and your passion. So call in this energy, calling in the energy, it will feed you with more awareness if your energy field is open and you're not closing it down by overthinking or telling yourself stories of unworthiness. So you're flipping this into, as this woman, what's her experience? So we'll get to it. As the woman who actively catalyzes my passion, the truth of who I am, how do I show up here? What energy do I have this conversation with? What energy do I what do I put on in the morning? Yeah. As the woman who joyously accepts my greatest dreams and desires. Now, I'm going to give you a little hint here. Your dreams and desires are the most effective and the quickest way to the greatest contribution and the best life for you. So a lot of people don't really allow themselves the truth, their true dreams, not their, this is what I have to have in order not to be frightened of the life I'm going to lead. I need to have a house. I'm dreaming of having a house so I don't feel shit scared. That's not it. This is about joyously accepting your greatest dreams and desires, which are about and linked to how you contribute to life and contribute to the truth of the universe, which is always self-expanding into greater and greater and greater expressions of infinite light and infinite love. Not emotional love, infinite creation. So as the woman who joyously accepts my greatest dreams and desires, okay, how does she show up to this opportunity? As this woman who joyously accepts my greatest dreams and desires, how do I show up to this opportunity? How do I go and have morning coffee? All the time. It's not a part-time job, this. As the woman, you are this woman. Like, embody this woman. Be present as this woman. So another one that you might like to play with is as the woman who knows my infinite power. Whoa, okay. As the woman who knows my infinite power. Remember, if you need to go, if that triggers you, you need to go back and have a look at the worth, the worth video. It's like, yeah, because you are the infinite power. As the woman who knows my infinite power, anything is possible. How does she show up? How does she converse with the person who's the naysayer? As the woman who actually knows about infinite possibilities, how does she converse with the naysayer? It will be entirely differently from the way that you have been. It's like, it won't be any of that. It'll be this embodiment of like, oh, wow, that's really interesting. I've always found my experience is this. Whoa, opening up these fields of possibilities, yeah? So they're just three starting points that you can play with that will contribute to you moving in the direction that you want your life to move into, your greatest dreams and desires. Because as that woman, I now have that conversation. I now make that sales call. I now brief my social media manager. I now organise that meeting. You will come with it with a completely different energy. And as we've been talking about, it's the energy behind, or not even behind is really, it's the energy with which you actually conduct yourself, write your emails, have your conversations, whatever it is. It's like, what energy are you coming from with that? Are you coming from the infinite power? Are you coming from, oh my God, I am the universe? If I am the universe, means I'm completely supported, fully resourced. Oh my gosh. You will approach things entirely differently as you choose to play with as the woman. Now, I like to do and suggest that the people I work with, and I suggest to you, that you do the as the woman in the morning. And you can freewheel with this, as the woman who, so depending on what might be coming up in your day. So let's take, say you've got an important meeting. So the as the woman work that you might do at the beginning of the day might sound like, as the woman who communicates really clearly what's true in her heart, as the woman who is very respectful of this amazing opportunity, as the woman who just knows that I can make a contribution to this situation, as the woman who can flip obstacles in a millisecond, as the woman who generates an open field of collaboration. So you can feel that you're actually triggering these, like as that woman. So you're setting yourself up as that woman and then go and play in your day. So you can feel how, as the woman, with this energy, when you bring that to your how and your how-tos, it's a totally different experience. So that is my suggestion for how not to just get bogged down in boring old how-tos that don't work for you because you've got no energy behind them, and to flip this into, okay, as the woman, how then do I do this? As the woman, and it'll be a totally different experience internally, externally, with different results for you. Much love. Bye for now.